We're gonna do an oil change for a 2019 Honda Accord 1.5 liter turbo. Now the car is still pretty warm, so we're gonna twist and take off the engine oil cap to release all the pressure and the heat from the engine. So after waiting for a few minutes, we're gonna get it prepped and ready, and we're gonna jack up the car. So this is the location where you wanna place the floor jack to jack up the car. So we're gonna jack it up high enough because I need enough space and room to work under the car. So we're gonna pump it up a few times. Place a stone in the back wheel, the back passenger side wheel. And we're gonna place the floor jack under, just under the rear driver's side door. Now there's a heat shield that's under the car. Honda is making it harder for you to change your oil, but it's alright. We're gonna take it out. So it's about 4 flathead screws and 2 forehead screws that we have to loosen out and take out. And the funny thing, changing out your oil doesn't take that long, but just taking out these shield cover actually is time consuming. It's a lot longer than changing out the actual engine oil. See, it has engine oil imprinted right there with the drain plug location. Now we have access to another shield cover that's just below the oil filter. So, you know, thanks again Honda Engineering for making it a lot harder to change out do your oil change. But it's no big deal, we're going to get it done. So it's about 3 flathead screws that you have to take off. So with a size 17mm socket with a ratchet, we're gonna turn it counterclockwise, not clockwise, counterclockwise. Once that's loose, you're gonna take the drain plug off by hand. Look at that, it looks like black caramel. Now we're gonna place the oil filter socket to loosen out the oil filter with the ratchet. Same thing, you're gonna turn it counterclockwise to loosen it up. Once it's loose, we're gonna take the ratchet off, and then we're gonna turn the rest by hand. Now we already wiped that down, and we're gonna place the drain plug back on the oil pan. So we're gonna turn it clockwise by hand, and then we're gonna grab the 17mm ratchet. We're gonna tighten it back up, and you do not want to over tighten it. We do not want to strip the drain plug. Now we're using the Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic and the Supertech oil filter. We took the oil filter out of the package, and we're gonna place the fresh oil right on top of the black rubber. Now we're gonna put it back on the oil filter, twist it by hand, and we do not need a socket, oil filter socket, to tighten it. You can just tighten everything up by hand. Now we're gonna pour a little bit of the oil, and we're gonna look under the car to make sure that nothing is leaking or no oil is coming out from the drain plug or the oil filter. I'll wait for like a few minutes. Alright, we already poured oil into the engine, for about 3.4 liters of oil for now. Once the car is up and running, we're gonna double check it, and then we're gonna pour the rest up to 3.7 liter total. Now we're gonna put the shield cover back on the under the oil filter first. Three flathead screws. Now we're gonna put the shield cover back under the car, which is a total of 6 screws. So what I like to do is on the very top of the shield cover, there's 2 screws, which is forehead screws. What I usually do, I put that on first so it can hold the shield back in place, and then you can put the rest of the screws back on. If you don't do that, you're gonna have a hard time putting the shield cover back on and screwing it back on. Now we're gonna take the jack stand out from under the car. We're gonna lower the car, slowly turn the floor jack handle. Remove the stone that's behind the wheel. And we're gonna start up the car, let it run for like a few minutes, and then we're gonna look under the car, make sure nothing is leaking. And I do not like the sound of the 1.5 liter engine. So now we're gonna reset the maintenance minder for the car. And that's how you do a oil change for a 2019 Honda Accord.